New fears. A waste facility in the Metro East could be causing heavy metal poisoning. People on both sides of the river are concerned for their health.
The I-Team's PJ Randhawa finds chemicals from the plant could be impacting people miles away, and a government investigation isn't going anywhere.
In some of St. Louis's most historic neighborhoods, residents say there's an invasion underway.
I saw this haze start to roll over the playground, and I smelled this smell like it was awful. It's like a mix of sewage and gunpowder.
Ben Shannon first noticed it several months ago. His neighbors in Soulard and Tower Grove East complaining about it for more than a year.
Unfortunately, it kept coming back. I've heard based on that research that it's probably from that hazardous waste plant.
He's talking about the Veolia incinerator across the river in Sauget. It's the focus of a lawsuit filed by environmental and community groups in the area, concerned about what's being burned there. Here's what we do know. The incinerator accepts waste from Superfund sites, laboratories, and pharmaceutical companies. According to their permit, they burn waste that contains lead, mercury, and arsenic. The Veolia website says the waste they process can be irritating, explosive, even poisonous.
It has been shown that kids who live near these sorts of facilities can have higher levels.
Kenneth Haller is a pediatrician with Cardinal Glennon Hospital.
Can have profound effects on their lifelong IQ, on their cognitive development, on their emotional development.
Census data shows 61% of the residents living within a 3-mile radius of the incinerator are African American. 44% have a household income of $25,000 or less.
I hate living in fear, for fear that my children will not grow up to be healthy.
The I-Team has been looking into the incinerator since last summer when we met Mamie Cozy, who lives close by. Do you worry that your kids may become sick?
Well, my kids are sick. I would say that my younger child, the 12-year-old, recently, within the last year, developed asthma.
It is in your backyard, you just don't know it.
U.S. Senator Tammy Duckworth asked the Centers for Disease Control to investigate if the waste incinerators are causing heavy metal poisoning to people in the area.
There were some strange things that was going on with them getting exemptions to EPA regulations, and so I want to know what the situation truly is.
The investigation announced last November still is not underway. Veolia confirmed to the I-Team it hasn't even been contacted by the CDC.
Because of COVID-19, the inspections have now been delayed and delayed again and again. I've been waiting for the results. And meanwhile, people are still living there. Children are still breathing in that air.
To make matters worse, Veolia recently became the 8th facility in the nation authorized by the U.S. Department of Defense to dispose of firefighting foam, which has been linked to liver damage, thyroid disease, and cancer.
This is a class of chemicals that are thought of as like forever compounds. Once they get into your body, they don't get out.
So while questions about the emissions linger,
Do you want to go down the slide?
So do concerns.
I don't feel safe for my son. I'm really concerned about, him having a good life here and, not breathing poison in the air.
We deserve better.
Veolia tells me it has no plans to start burning firefighting foam, but they are allowed to do so. They also say there's no evidence to support a CDC investigation. Meantime, Senator Duckworth says she plans to send a congressional inquiry to the CDC, inquiring about the status of that investigation. Now, she ultimately hopes it'll lead to the installation of scrubbers and other mitigation devices that'll help make those emissions safer. For the I-Team, PJ Randhawa, 5 on your side.